Hello, leaders. Welcome to Digital Mentate, brought to you by 10 Disruptor Media, a brand of Bharat Network Group, a platform where we spotlight visionary leaders shaping the future of business and technology. I am your host, Aishwarya Saxena, and today we are joined with Hemant Joshi, Head of Product KredX. He is a seasoned product leader currently driving innovation at KredX, where he has been instrumental in building new verticals and scaling solutions that help SMEs access working capital. Thank you, Mr. Heyman, for joining us, starting a conversation ahead. So, for those in the audience who may not know KredX well, can you briefly describe or explain what the company does and the problem it's solving?
Yeah, sure. So, KredX is a financial services startup. We started back in 2015 with the objective of solving working capital gap for MSMEs and SMEs in the country. These MSMEs and SMEs are like a backbone of the Indian economy, and they significantly contribute towards the GDP. So it is very important to enable them and provide them facilities which help them uh, flourish. And if they flourish, our GDP will increase, our growth will be significant. So that's the agenda how KredX started. We started offering. We built a marketplace for invoice discounting. Invoice discounting is one of the tools to do a supply chain finance for the SME businesses. And lately, we have got the license from RBI. We have become regulated entity called DTX. Like it is the acronym of Domestic Trade Exchange. Most of the MSMEs which are doing business, they not only supply to the domestic customers, they also do a lot of export. And the government again has a lot of focus on increasing export. So that's why they have set up a gift city in Gujarat. We are also, so ITFS is the platform there. I mean, there is a regulator called IFSCA, which governs the gift city. And we are also a license holder and regulated entity in gift city, where we run GTX, that is Global Trade Exchange. And we do the export invoice factoring there. So we have two entities which are regulated by the different regulators, and both of them aims to provide working capital and solve working capital needs for the MSMEs.
So, with rising volume of invoices and financials, how do you design the system to ensure it doesn't slow down or crash?
So yeah, this is one of the key considerations while building products, and a lot of things, a lot of thought process goes behind it. So one is we have a mechanism of the continuous planning and evaluation. So whenever we are planning certain feature, we are planning certain application, then we look at what is the potential volume it will be handling. And this volume is not just the day one volume, but as the business grows, the number of the volume also increases along with the business. So we keep on tracking and benchmarking what is our average volume that we process. And the infra is set up in a manner that I mean, sufficient for running the average workflows. Then we have the automated auto scaling kind of setup which take care of any spikes which comes in. Right. So these are the few mechanism on the infra side. Then when we are doing application design, we don't build monolith kind of architectures. Rather, we go into the microservice based architectures. So how these helps is it helps in segregating the different functions which are happening on the platform. So let's say there is an invoice processing service, there is a login service, there is let's say bidding service, bid acceptance service. So all these services are different, and How it helps is that if one of the service is loaded with a huge volume, the other services are immune to that particular services load. So the entire system is not failing. Rather, even if in the worst case one of the service fails, then only one of the service will not be available. All other things, all other services available on the platform will work as it is. Security also plays a lot of like significant role in this, because uh, there are malicious attacks and denial of service attacks which happen, which cause in interruption of service to the legitimate users. So we have all the security best practices in place which help us avoid any denial of service attacks, etc.
So, when you think about building new features, what factors guide your decision making, considering factors like customer needs, market trends, or internal innovation?
So primarily there are three different verticals when we work. So one is of course customer needs and customer pain points and their feedbacks. So these are significant guiding forces on what features or what services to build. Then comes the regulator, because the regulator has a strong say and they want things to be happen in a fair manner and right manner. So they have a lot of guidelines and uh, every now and then, based on their analysis, they keep on tweaking the guidelines to help the customer more. So they come up with certain things. So we have to build in that direction. Third is our internal innovation. And internal innovation is either, let's say, there is a change in technology landscape, new kind of technologies are available and we can leverage those. So that is one aspect of internal innovation. Other is sometimes we see that there is a certain use case available which customer might not be directly saying that they need it, but when we present it to customer, there is a significant adoption. So those kind of initiatives are there.
So, fraud is always a concern in finance. How do you use technology to verify identities and detect suspicious activities?
Yeah, so fraud is again, I mean, very much part and parcel in the financial services, as you said. So we have to do a lot of proactive measures to ensure that the fraudulent transaction doesn't happen. So what we do to ensure that is we have the API integration. So one is, I mean, the real-time checks through various platforms. So for example, some user is onboarding with us, they will provide, let's say, their PAN card, their Aadhaar for the KYC. They will provide their, let's say, DIN number. They are director of certain company and they have a DIN. They will provide certain other information. And Aadhaar is not just one document. When it comes to proof of address, it can be the driving license, it can be the passport, or so on. I mean, there is a list of officially valid documents. So we have done integration with a lot of like almost all regulatory authorities so that we can uh, validate whatever information is submitted by any customer in the real time. We have various checks like in an video KYC so that there is no identity theft and we can check the liveliness. And the video KYC is led by AI, which scans everything. I mean, it looks at uh, the different cases like the user is. I mean, it is not a pre-recorded video when we are doing video KYC.
So, from technological standpoint, what unique challenges do you face in financing global trade versus domestic trade?
Technology wise, I mean, there are different kinds of aspects. So, I mean, there are very, very key tech stack related challenges. So, for example, our tech stack has gone old and there are newer technologies available. So you have to constantly upgrade yourself. Uh, when we are doing things digitally, security is one of the aspect which we have to keep looking for, because the malicious players in the ecosystem keep finding new ways of attacking. Uh, so we have to keep on upgrading the security, ensuring that all the best practices, latest guidelines are constantly followed and implemented. Then there is a AI which is coming into the market, which is increasing the attack surface. It has their own challenges. So, for example, uh, we have to understand the underlying model of AI, and see if it is how it processes data, where it stores data, uh, uh, because there are regulatory guidelines we have to maintain. DPDPA is one important act which we have to abide by. So, ensuring that all the newer technologies and AI and ML tools are ensuring that data is as per the compliance requirement, controlling those, having the guardrails in terms of what kind of output an AI should generate and what kind of output it should not generate. That is important. Ensuring that it does not lead to any inconsistent results.
Talking about newer technologies, how do you see artificial intelligence reshaping the supply chain finance industry over the next 5 years?
So there are two major places where I see the AI impacting the supply chain finance. So one is supply chain finance is a very operational heavy kind of work. The due diligence, the operational processes that you have to do, transactions, etc., are like there is a too much manual effort required, and these manual efforts are generally robotic in nature. I mean, you have to repeat the same process day in, day out. So, AI will significantly improve the operational effectiveness of supply chain finance. In the operations, we will see a lot more automation and intelligence being built. The other aspect is the real-time monitoring to ensure that the uh, the fraud and credit risks are managed properly. So human-driven fraud management and credit risk management functions are tend to be very reactive as well as slow, while the use of AI can make it a lot more proactive and fast. So we can do it a lot real time. So, for example, screening people across multiple sanction lists and the blacklist given by different investigative agencies, CBI, ED, police, judicial system, bankruptcy, or any let's say negative sentiment news getting published or something. So all these things, I mean, if you do monitoring manually, it takes a lot of time and it will mostly be the reactive manner rather than proactive. But when it comes to technology, within milliseconds, it can pass through multiple newses, multiple such lists maintained by and published by different agencies. And it can, in the real time, in a proactive manner, it can highlight that, okay, there is something wrong with this particular entity or something. And a human will have to verify if it is a false positive or false negative.
Thanks for sharing your insights. That's it for today. Stay tuned for more episodes.